Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tiff and it's finally time to fit the Blue Spark tuning box. Blue Spark says to first open the bonnet, shut and lock the doors and then wait 5 minutes before you unplug anything. We used this time to jack up the car and get the front right wheel off for easier access to the boost sensor. Okay, so we only need to access 2 sensors to plug this in. The first of which is this map sensor here. It's a little bit awkward to get to, but it's handily up right on the top. The second one is the boost sensor, which is deep in the bowels of the thing. Now you can remove this bolt here and reach in, but my hands are far too big to get under there, and also you can't actually see the boost sensor. So what we've opted to do is take off the front right wheel. We're going to be taking out the arch, which because of where I live has been covered in horse manure, which is lovely. There's just a load of these plastic popper pins that come straight out. We can then remove this piece here and then hopefully reach straight up to the boost sensor. Right, so that is the liner taken out, which handily reveals this piece that we're going to take off, and then we can reach in behind and get to the boost sensor. And then once these 2 last clips have been taken out, this should just pop out the bottom. So from the inside of the wheel arch then, looking up through here, it's all the way up here, having fed the sensor through from the top. It is much easier from the bottom than it is from the top, but taking that off is such, I can't get it to focus, such a faff. So, map sensor now placed in at the top. The boost sensor is down in here. And now we need to replace the wiring that we took off to get easier access. So we can get the cable brace back in. The roll bar is in the absolute worst place for this. Now, if you do buy the box from Blue Spark, you do get cable ties with it. I'm just going to use replacements because I got it second hand, and we're going to attach it straight to this main wiring loom. Okay, so we're finally attached. I'm going to put it in its protective bag and tuck it cable end down there so the water can't drip onto it if anything does get in. And I'm going to cable tie it to this main loom here. And once all that was sorted, it was time to reassemble the car and take it out for a test drive. So first off then, there's no warning codes on the dash, which I would say is definitely a win for me. The immediate reaction is one of more torque. It just feels like it pulls from lower down. So whereas before you probably wanted to be above, I don't know, 2000 RPM, 2200 for it to really feel like it's pulling, it now feels like it pulls from about maybe 13 or 1400, which is a huge improvement. It still pulls much stronger above 2000 RPM. It's noticeably more torquey. Just try and give it a little burst here, so I'm in third rather than second, and it just pulls. A lot of traction kicking in on this slightly damp surface. Yeah, the torque is definitely noticeable, especially uphill, especially on a slightly damp surface. We'll just hang back from the car ahead for a second and give it a pull along here. Yeah, a little bit of rotation just as it delivers the boost, but yeah, not bad at all. I have to say, other than the initial reaction of there just being more torque from lower down, there isn't much else to suggest that there's anything different about the car. It certainly doesn't feel like there's a huge power increase. Blue Spark claim about a 13 to 14% increase over stock, so from 168 horsepower to about 194, I think it is. And then they also claim that torque goes up similarly, so from 250 Newton meters, that is, to about 285-ish. I guess that's about 210 foot-pounds. So is it worth doing? Yeah, I'd say so, especially for me who didn't pay a penny for it. I actually got it thrown in for free with the person who sold me this roof. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing with this car is taking it to a dyno, giving it a power run, and seeing if it does create the figures that Blue Spark say it should. Do subscribe to see that video when it goes live, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Ciao!